Hello students, to the Cuckoo presentation of the poem by William Wordsworth, and it is the four, chapter 4th of the class 10th rainbow textbook of the special English. Okay, so that is the To the Cuckoo, the poem, O blithe newcomer. I hear thee and rejoice. O cuckoo, shall I call the bird, or but a wandering voice? While I am lying on the grass, I hear thee restless shout. From hill to hill it seems to pass, about and all about. To me, no babbler with a tale of sunshine and of flowers. Thou tellest, cuckoo, and the wail of the visionary hours. Thrice welcome, darling of the spring, and yet thou art to me no bird, but an invisible thing, a voice, a mystery. The same whom in my schoolboy days I listened to that cry which made me look 1,000 ways in bush and tree and sky. To seek thee did I often rove through woods and on the green, and thou wert still a hope, a love still longed for, never seen. And I can listen to thee yet, can lie upon the plain and listen till I do beg it. That golden time again, O blessed bird, the earth we pass again appears to be an unsubstantial fiery place that is fit home for thee. To the cuckoo, the poem, O blithe newcomer. The poet calls the cuckoo a newcomer. I hear thee and rejoice, O cuckoo, shall I call the bird, O bird, wandering voice. While I am lying on the grass, I hear the restless shout. From hill to hill it seems to pass, about and all about. To me, no babbler with a tale of the sunshine and of flowers. Thou tellest, cuckoo, and the wail of visionary hours. Thrice welcome, darling of the spring, even yet thou art to me no bird but an invisible thing, a voice, a mystery. The same whom in my schoolboy days I listened to that cry which made me look 1,000 ways in bush and tree and sky. To seek thee I often rove through woods and on the green, and thou wert still a hope, a love, still longed for, never seen. And I can listen to thee, yet can lie upon the plain, and listen till I do beget that golden time again. O blessed bird, the earth we pass again appears to be an unsubstantial fiery place that is fit home for thee. Extra of background facts. To the Cuckoo is one of the Wordsworth's more less known poems. Poem. Very little is around on the background information of this poem. Therefore, the information you receive today is almost entirely student analysis. To the Cuckoo is a poem consisting of 8 stanzas. The poem has a regular simple rhyme scheme above. The poem is addressed to the cuckoo not specified, and it talks to the cuckoo from his past or one in present. Some critics believe that the poem is actually a cuckoo song written for the cuckoo to portray a better connection. The cuckoo bird appears in various other poems of the Wordsworth, Exempli Gracia, the solitary reaper, and an evening walk addressed to a young lady. In general, in journals of the Dorothy Wordsworth states that she too also heard the cuckoo once in May 1st, 1902, not a figment of the imagination. Photos and audios of the cuckoo. Now, summary of the poem. The poem To the Cuckoo, written by William Wordsworth, is a poem that is addressed to a cuckoo bird. Wordsworth is lying on the grass, immersing himself in nature when he hears the sound of a cuckoo bird crying. The cuckoo bird's cry strikes emotions in his that he has not visited since his childhood. He takes the bird's cry to have a story behind it and true significance rather than discarding the cry. And most others would be in this case. Okay, the cry makes Wordsworth recollect his childhood days when he first heard the bird. Its wandering voice leads him through the woods and valleys trying to find its origin, but he never finds the bird. The poem then brings us back to present day where Wordsworth can appreciate how the bird affects his memory. The poem ends with Wordsworth commenting that the bird is blessed and deserves to be in a mythical earth where it resides. Summary 2. The poem has been written in admiration and the glorification of the cuckoo. The cuckoo becomes a symbol of beauty, innocence, and the childhood for a poet. The poet hears the cuckoo singing in a garden. Her song reminds him of the golden days of his childhood. The poet calls the cuckoo a happy stranger. He bears and enjoys her song, beat, but is unable to see her. The cuckoo is more like a wandering voice than a bird to him. The cuckoo's double cry seems to travel rapidly from hill to hill. Sometimes it seems very near and sometimes very far away. The poet calls on the cuckoo, but this is in vain, as he cannot trace her out. The poem presents a beautiful contrast between the poet and the cuckoo. The poet lives in the past, the cuckoo lives in the present. Analysis of the Poem-Stanza. First, O blithe newcomer I have here. Wordsworth is addressing the bird all throughout the poem. It is dedicated to the cuckoo bird. Blithe, casually or the carefree, saying, "Oh, blithe newcomer." Wordsworth is giving the bird the label of being merry and not being subject to the restrictions of the industrial life. I have here means he knows the bird's cry. I hear thee and rejoice. He is happy when he hears this bird. "Oh cuckoo, shall I call the bird or but a wandering voice?" He would wonders if he should label it just a bird, or is it a creature bigger than the realms of his comprehension. Wandering voice gives us the bird the ability to be free and again not subject to regular human lifestyle restrictions. While I am lying on the grass, I hear the restless shout. The poem then states it is present time when Wordsworth hears the bird constant cry, check above for a stripped cuckoo call. From hill to hill it seems to pass about and all about. It seems to Wordsworth that the bird's cry is echoing all around the hills he is in. The cuckoo's call is passing around the area, submerging him into its song. Analysis of the Poem-Stanza 3. To me, no babbler with a tale of the sunshine and of flowers. These two lines indicate that this bird's cry has so much more attached to it than one would perceive. No babbler indicates the bird is not meaningless and does not just babble. With a tale of the sunshine and of the flowers again portrays that the bird is not meaningless creature with a story about flowers and sunshine as most cuckoo songs would be. Thou tellest, cuckoo, and the well of the visionary hours. This cuckoo tells a story of the visionary hours of the times from the past. The cuckoo song has an attachment to the Wordsworth past. Analysis of poem stanza 4. Thrice welcome, darling of the spring. Wordsworth is happy to welcome the bird and its story. The thrice in an emphasis on his eagerness to invite the bird into his mentality. The thrice may be an indication to his previous meeting with the bird. Even yet thou art to me no bird, but an invisible thing, a voice, some mystery. These lines say that Wordsworth had actually never seen the bird, and that it is a mysterious voice. The bird has been hidden to him over the years, yet it can still strike emotions in him. To same whom in my schoolboy days the cry is the same he heard as a child. The poem now enters into the past. I listened to that cry which made me look 1,000 ways in bush and trees and the sky. As a child he heard the bird's cry, yet again the bird's cry was able to submerge him in its echo. He becomes captured in its melody and fascinated in the bird. To seek thee did I often rove. The bird inspired him to seek it out. He did often rove, looking for it, signifying that he had a deep attachment to the bird's cry, and that it was more than just a beautiful sound. Through woods and on the green, searching for an word dedicated to finding it, and thou wert still a hope, a love. He truly wants to be found. This bird he still hopes to, still longed for, never seen. A love still longed for, never seen. Wordsworth reveals his love for third bird. He now tells us this bird, and he now tells us that he did indeed love the bird and was for this reason he searched for it. He never found the bird, but still yearns to. And I can listen to thee, yet poem enters present time again. Can I lie upon the plain and listen till I do beget means produce. Okay, that golden time again, the whole stanza only makes sense when analyzed together. He explains that now he can hear the cuckoo bird's cry while lying out in a field and is able to produce the memories of what he considered his golden time as a true romantic. His years as child are considered to be the best of his life golden, and this cuckoo bird is able to draw that emotion for him. O blessed bird, the earth we pass, O blessed bird, indicates again how the entire poem is addressed to the cuckoo, but also his love. He loves the bird and indicates that it bestows joy and happiness to him. Again appears to be, again he has visited this notion before, an unsubstantial fairy place. This is the line that most difficult to translate to modern English was found on unsubstantial can take on the meaning of the immaterial, material, flimsy or not true. And our best guess is that the word fairy can take on the meaning of a closely spelled word fairy. We deduct the seeing, and modern scholars have published version of the poem with her word fiery in the place of the fiery. Therefore, we feel that Wordsworth is trying to say that the earth that both of them shares is not strong or concrete in the figurative sentence, and then it is actually a mystical place because it can hold such immense natural beauty at the same time as holding such distant industrial evil. That is fit home for thee. Wordsworth ends the poem by indicating that a home of such great versatility, being able to house to such opposing phenomena, is a suitable home for such beautiful and beloved creature.